Hello.
Hey.
Hey. You getting on the video early today?
Somebody get out of here.
Oh, that's what you did. Tell your mommy. I saw I said Happy Mother's Day. And tell mommy I said Happy Mother's Day.
If I see Monique.
Oh, she ain't coming over?
She had to work. The baby did.
Oh, the baby did. That's all you care about. That's it.
What's up, little baby? I guess notification didn't go out, or everybody's at church or doing Mother's Day stuff, I guess. But it's all good. We here. I wanted to do this live because I wanted to get a little bit of feedback from y'all, see how y'all felt. But we ain't gonna be here long. This is not gonna be like a regular full live. What's up, Nakia? It's not gonna be a regular full live because I've got to go hang out with my mommy. You been waiting for me? Well, I'm here. Heard you was looking for me. Here I go. Hey. So anyway, good morning, everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all. Let me share this out because, again, I don't think any notifications went out, or if they did, not a lot went out. Let me share this out real quick, and then we're going to get started. Like I said, we're going to be here maybe 30 minutes. How you going to... Okay, whatever. I'm sorry, y'all. How's everybody doing this Sunday morning? All right. All right, you guys. So everybody, we're going to get started. So, like I said, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you are being celebrated in the way in which you need to be celebrated. I am not a mother. I'm an auntie. See, my god kids got me this shirt. They call me a fun tea. And the definition is the fun aunt. Like a mom, only way cooler. I'm okay with that. I'll take it. In your rant, don't forget to cuss out Southwest Frowsy internet router. I lost my connection and couldn't continue to watch. I want to have my girl. Oh, yes. That's a mess. Because, when they make you pay for it and then it don't work, you need to get your money back. Are you on your way back? Because I know you were going out for your cousin's graduation, I think. So are you on your way home or you were on your way to the graduation? And congratulations to all the graduates this weekend. I know that a lot of HBCUs graduation is on Mother's Day weekend. I know that was my Mother's Day gift to my mama when I graduated. It was like, hey, you got a college graduate. But But yeah, so listen. I must have been tired last night because I was watching it, the verses. We talking about the verses now. I was watching the verses, but it wasn't giving me nothing. You know, I was like, oh, you're on your way. Okay. On your way to your brother's graduation. Okay, I was close. I said cousin, your brother. Well, congratulations to your brother again. It wasn't giving me nothing last night. And so I went to bed, you know, I turned it off. I really just turned it off. I was like, ugh, I'll finish watching this later. It just wasn't giving me nothing, right? So I finished, you know, I was in a couple of group chats. We was talking about it or whatever. I saw a couple of people went live to talk about it last night. I saw Scotty went live, T went live. Hey, Danny, good morning. Tell your mom I say Happy Mother's Day, please. I said, Chad, I'd talk about it in the morning. Well, I wasn't going to talk about it because Pat asked me if I was going to do a review on it. And I was like, I don't think so. I said, I'll probably just talk about it when I go live. It just wasn't giving me nothing, right? But it must have been me. Because I woke up this morning and I watched it again. Bitch, that thing gave me everything. Now, let me say this. More so Xscape than SWV. But I expected that. Let me tell you why I expected that. If any of you all, it did start off slow. And I think that's what it was, is that it started off slow and I was probably tired. You know what I'm saying? But when I came back, I watched it. I was in and out up until the break. I said, well, I know I ain't about to sit through this damn break. So that's when I turned it off, was the break. And I knew what they were doing. I figured that they were slow walking it. You know what I'm saying? I figured that they were slow walking it because they had to spread their hits out. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Xscape, I was in college. SWV, I was in college. So that was like, I love those. Y'all know how I feel about my college years. So I love Xscape. They were like part of the soundtrack of that time of my life. SWV, all of that. I remember all of that, right? I mean, when I hear certain songs, it takes me back to certain places. It takes me there, right? So that's why I'm so mad at R. Kelly, but we'll get back to R. Kelly. We'll get to him in a minute. I don't even want to bring him into this. But so I was ready for it, right? I was ready for it. What's up, CC? Hey. But when I went back this morning and I fast forward to the break, because like I said, I had watched it up to the break. And like I said, they were slow walking it. I mean, they gave us a couple of bops, you know, but they were slow walking it. Let me tell you something. I was here for starting off with the prayer and rolling into Is My Living in Vain. Listen, people can say that Xscape can't do it like the Clock Sisters. They ain't supposed to do it like the Clock Sisters. It's the Clock Sisters' damn song. They ain't supposed to do it like the Clock Sisters. But let me tell you what you won't say. You won't say they don't sound good. You won't say that their version of Living in Vain ain't a good version. I don't care. If you say it, you just being a hater. If you say it, you just being a hater. You ain't gonna sit here and tell me that Xscape don't give you some good Living in Vain. You ain't gonna say it. Xscape came out looking good. They was color coordinated. They were comfortable. Let me tell you what I love about what Xscape did. And this is where I think SWV made a mistake. Because I think part of the mistake that was made was SWV was not comfortable in that. And you could tell they were uncomfortable in that first half. Coco looked like she didn't like what she had on. Her feet hurt because she kicked them. She was trying to be cute. She kicked them Louboutins off after about the third song. She had them Louboutins off. She was trying to be cute and give y'all a little bit of red bottom, but her feet was like, But Xscape came out. They were color coordinated. They said, okay, we're going to all wear black, but you wear what you want to wear. And so you see all of their personality. You see everybody's personality in the outfit they had on, but they were all in black. Let me tell you, my favorite outfit out of the Xscape girls, I think, was Tasha's. Let me tell you why. You know, we know Tasha's lost weight. She's done a good job of keeping that weight off. She's done a really good job of keeping that weight off. I love that little jumpsuit Tasha had on. It looked comfortable. It flattered her body. It was cute. But if you looked at Xscape and you know Xscape, the personality of the ladies in the group, everyone had an outfit that matched their personality. Did they not? That damn crazy thing that I meant Latasha. I'm talking about Latasha. Latasha was the heavy set one. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The jumpsuit, the Latasha, the heavy set one. That's it. Jasminita, yes. I love Latasha's outfit. I hope that's who I said the first time. Y'all know how I'm with names. I work with a sister. But I loved her outfit. It flattered her body and it looked comfortable. See, I'm okay with comfortability. Her sister, y'all know her sister is the wild child. She always was the wild child. That outfit she had on, it absolutely positively matched her wild child personality. Did it not? The things and the child that matched her personality all day long. Even that ponytail matched her personality. Okay. Then we had Tiny. Y'all know Tiny was the thought of the group. And what I mean thought, I ain't calling the woman a hoe. I'm saying she put off that vibe. That vibe. And her outfit matched. Did her outfit not match Tiny's personality as we know it? We don't know her personally, but did it not match the personality that we know Tiny to be? And then Candy with the corset. Candy said, let me show y'all I lost all that COVID weight. Did y'all see Candy's fucking silhouette in that corset? Did you see Candy's silhouette in that corset? Candy said, let me show y'all. Let me let y'all know that I lost all that COVID weight y'all saw down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know y'all saw the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but let me remind y'all, I lost all that. That's gone. That's it. That's gone. Did y'all see that? They look good. They looked good. Now, on the flip side, we had SWV. Here's the thing about SWV. Well, this is the vibe I got from SWV. I could be wrong, but this is the vibe that I picked up off of SWV. After all these years, them hoes still don't like each other. Did y'all pick up on that? Did y'all feel forced? Did y'all feel like their whole banter was forced? Did y'all feel like their whole performance was, I'm just here so I won't get fined? Did y'all feel like that? Because that's how I felt. I felt like Lily was having herself a good time. But that's Lily. And Lily looked good too. Lily looked like she done lost some weight. Y'all see Lily? Lily looked good. Lily looked like she done lost her some weight and everything. Lily looked good, y'all. But Lily was the only one to act like she wanted to be there. She was the only one. And my thing is this. That's always been SWV's personality. I don't know what the reality is, but if you've seen their reality shows, you know what their chemistry is. The thing about Xscape is, I feel like, and I could be wrong, y'all, they might be doing a good job of putting on for us, but I feel like Xscape has genuinely worked through whatever issues they had with each other. And I feel like, I ain't saying they best friends, but I feel like they are genuinely in a good place. I do. I felt that last night. I felt that last night. When Candy did her own thing, they were cheering Candy on. When Tiny and Candy did No Scrubs, they were there for it. When Tasha did her single, the stuff that she did when she did her single album, her solo album or whatever, they were cheering that on. They knew the words to each other's songs. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I felt a sisterhood there. I felt like this was a sisterhood that had been broken and that they have worked really hard to get to a good place. Now, I ain't saying they in a perfect place. That ain't what I'm saying. And I ain't saying that they don't cuss each other out from time to time, because they probably do. But I feel like they're at a place now where they can cuss each other out and be good in a week or two. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to cuss you out. I'm going to storm out the studio. I'll text you when I get over it, and we're going to work through it. That's how I felt with Xscape. SWV, I felt like they still don't like Coco ass. And Coco don't like them. That's how I felt. Now, I could be wrong. I don't know these people beyond a can of paint, but that was the vibe that they were giving me. That was the vibe. Did y'all get that vibe? And so I picked up on that vibe last night when I was looking at it, and I was like, well, hell, SWV act like shit. They don't even want to be here. They act like they don't even want to be here. So, but I went back today, and I watched it. Listen, that thing gave me my life this morning. Do you hear me? Gave me my entire life this morning. Okay. So we, like I said, I was here for Is My Living. I'm all over the place, y'all. So y'all got to work with me. I'm all over the place. I was here for I'm not on stream, y'all, so I can't highlight comments and stuff like that. But I'm reading the chat. I'm reading what y'all are saying. You said I go into it knowing they got stank attitudes. Exactly. Oh, let's be clear. I didn't walk into it expecting anything from what some people call from SWV. I was hoping. But I wasn't expecting nothing different, child. Hey, Accessibility Speaks. I enjoyed Xscape overall, but Candy's competitiveness to win overall was too annoying. You know, well, I really didn't pick that up. I hear what you're saying, though. I didn't pick that up. What I picked up from Candy, or at least the vibe I picked up from Candy was, I'm going to remind y'all that I can fucking sing. Like, y'all playing games with me. And I'm going to remind y'all that I can fucking sing. But your point is valid from the point of view of we know Candy is competitive as hell. We know Candy is competitive. So if you picked up that vibe, it was probably there. But the vibe I picked up was, because I picked up that, and I was going to say that. Y'all, I'm all over the place. But I was going to say that. Xscape, I think last night reminded everybody, listen, all of us can sing. We might not be everybody's cup of tea. Our voices may not be everybody's cup of tea. But we all can carry a tune around this piece. And I felt like they reminded people of that last night. Because I think if you did not grow up with Xscape, then all you see is Tiny on reality TV and Candy on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, sometimes sounding okay, sometimes not sounding okay. I think you forget that all four of them hoes can sing. I think we forget that they all sang lead on different songs. Like, I think we forget that. And I feel like last night they reminded us we could listen. Let me even Tiny. I think people forget that. And again, she may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think people forget that Tiny can sing. Now, I ain't saying that all of them is. See, I think I've said this on my channel before. Listen, Taj's legs, was they not everything? Bitch, and she knew it too. That's why she had on them old cut off denim shorts. Child, Taj look cute, but I've always liked Taj because I always felt like Taj was sort of like that calm one. Taj was the one that was like, listen, this SWV thing is cute and all, but I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna fall in love. I'm gonna have my family. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hang out with the SWV when I'm I'm gonna handle that. I feel like Taj handled SWV as if you would handle a 9-to-5 job. She did her job. She went home, but she still had a life. She got married. She had children. She lived that life. Whereas Coco and Lily allowed it to consume them. And a lot of artists do, but I'm just saying them because they're in the group. And I feel like Taj never did that. I feel like Taj never allowed SWV to consume her life. I think she understood her role. She wasn't never trying to be the lead singer. She never thought she was the lead singer. She was cool with her role, and she was cool with her NFL millionaire football player. And she said, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna raise my churn. And when we got a gig, call me. I'll be there. And when the gig is over, I'm gonna take my ass home. That's how I felt. Again, I don't know these people. It's just the vibe that I'm picking up. Exactly. She knew she wasn't. Listen, Taj knew she wasn't going solo. Taj said, look, no. I'm going to sing back up and I'm going to do. She was Mary Wilson. She played her position. She knew what she was. Mary Wilson ain't never make no waves with Berry Gordy and Donna Ross because she knew her role. Florence Ballard was like, fuck all y'all, I can sing. Mary Wilson said, baby love, my baby love. She said, I'm going to sit on the sidelines. Y'all let me know when y'all get done fighting. That's not nice. That's not nice, y'all. That's not nice. Y'all know I have read all these biographies. Hey, Cookie. And I love my y'all know I love my 60s and 70s groups, y'all. So I'm talking from a place of I done read everybody's biography. Don't take no offense. I ain't speaking ill of the dead. I'm just talking. I'm just playing. Anyway, you loved SWV last night. They brought more energy during. Yeah, they did. They brought more energy during the second half, but I think they were comfortable. You noticed they changed. They took, like I said, you saw they took them Louboutins and shit off. They put on some sneakers. They had on them Jordans and some boots. And they put on them T-shirts. They probably took off the Spanx. They said, fuck it, we got to sing. Take all this stuff off. And I'm going to tell you what else I think may have been the difference. And I don't know this to be a fact, y'all. I think Xscape has been practicing. They've been working on this. They have been together. They have been in the studio. They have been practicing for weeks. I don't think SWV did that. I think SWV might have had a couple of little rehearsals, and I think they sort of relied on the fact that they've been doing this for 20 years, and they know the steps, and they know the routine, and they know how the song goes. I feel like Xscape was like, listen, we ain't sang together in a minute. We need to get together. You know how Candy is. You know how anal Candy is. Candy was like, I ain't doing it if it ain't right. I'm not doing it if it ain't right. So I think that might have been the difference too. But yeah. So listen, the other thing I was reminded of last night, and every time we do a 90s R&B versus, I'm always reminded of this. Y'all, we had the best movie soundtracks of in the 90s. There was some good movie soundtracks before. There have been some okay movie soundtracks after. But bitch, we had the best movie soundtracks. When you can hear, when there are groups and their biggest hits came off of a damn movie soundtrack, we don't have that anymore. We just don't have that anymore. I forget. Listen, as much as I love that damn Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, and I played it over and over. When I say I killed that damn CD, when I tell you I killed that damn CD. I played that CD so damn much. My CD player was like, "Bitch, we tired." I had totally forgot SWV had that song on the soundtrack. I mean, as soon as I heard it, I remembered. But if you had asked me, like, just out of the blue, did SWV have a soundtrack? I mean, have a song on the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack? I just said no. But as soon as I heard the drop, I said, "Oh, damn." Listen. Yeah, they all stay right. SWV is all over the place, exactly. Because Taj and them, they live like don't they live in Tennessee? Because I know Eddie George retired. When he retired, he was playing in Tennessee, I believe. Do they still live in Tennessee? We know Lily lives in Atlanta, and last I checked, Coco was still living in Virginia. Now she may have moved after her divorce and everything, but she was living in Virginia at one point in time. Listen, you sure could see Golden. You could put that Boomerang soundtrack still. Listen. I could probably name off the top of my head without even putting a whole lot of thought into it. I could probably name 10 movie soundtracks from the 90s, early 2000s that hit, that I could listen to right now without any hesitation. Let me see if I can do it, y'all. Okay, hold on. Waiting to Exhale, Above the Rim, Love Jones, Boomerang, Booty Call. Somebody, I stole that. Somebody said that in the chat. Booty Call. Now I'm gonna hesitate. Damn it. Not School Days. School Days was in the 80s, but School Days had a decent soundtrack too. But it wasn't. Anyway, that's another conversation. I should have said 5 because now I got the 5 without thinking real hard. Oh, what was I going to say? Not House Party. Did I say House Party? House Party. Y'all, now I can't think of nothing. And I had songs all in my head a second ago. I had soundtracks. See, I'm not looking at the chat because I don't want y'all to tell me. I had soundtracks all in my head a second ago. Now I can't think of nothing. Blue Streak. Shit. Shit. Now I can't think of nothing. See, I should have said 10. I should have left it at 5. Y'all tell me something. Let me read the chat. Boys in the Hood. Damn. Brown Sugar. Yes. I got Brown Sugar soundtrack. Damn it. Brown Sugar. Yup. Life. See, y'all helped me out. Y'all knew the point I was making. But if I thought a little bit harder, I probably could have came up with all 10. Dead Presidents was good. I'm only, you know what? I'm going to say Girl 6 only because the whole soundtrack was Prince. Because it was Prince. Shit. Well, no, that was the 80s. I was going to say Purple Rain, but that was the 80s. The Bodyguard. How could I forget The Bodyguard? That's one of my favorite soundtracks. The Bodyguard. Yes. But yeah, so it's like, but when you think about some of these R&B groups, their biggest hits, like Boyz II Men, when you think of Boyz II Men, if you don't think of End of the Road, then you ain't thinking about, I mean, if that's not like one of the first songs you think of when you think of Boyz II Men, that came off of the Boomerang soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, you know. Whitney Houston, two of Whitney Houston's biggest hits came off of soundtracks. Bodyguard and Waiting to Exhale. Shoot, and I Will Always Love You. I feel like Prince changed the soundtrack game with Bat Dance. Yeah, because don't forget he did the soundtrack. He did the whole soundtrack for Batman 2, the first Batman movie. I feel like Prince changed the soundtrack game with Bat Dance. He changed the soundtrack game with Purple Rain. Remember, Purple Rain was a bop from the first song to the last song. He changed it with Purple Rain. Think of him, for the exception of Shaft, because Shaft's soundtrack was hitting. That, take you back to the 70s. What soundtrack can we think of, those of you who are in my age group, going back to the 80s before Purple Rain, remember, the soundtrack for Purple Rain made everybody a star. It made everybody a star. Prince was out there, obviously, because they gave him his own movie. Claudine was a good one. You're right. Claudine was definitely a good one. Right. Yes, ma'am. Purple Rain is in its own category. But from the first song to the last, listen, I remember laying in the living room floor when I was a kid in my parents' house with that damn soundtrack. And you remember that was when they used to put the lyrics to the songs. He had the lyrics to all the songs on the sleeves, but they were written in Prince speak. He would have, instead of the I, he would have the I, I would die for you, right? You had to learn how to read Prince speak. And I remember listening to that soundtrack over and over and over. That's Danny. Those are some good ones. The Wiz and Car Wash. I didn't like The Wiz when I was a kid. The Wiz scared me. I ain't like it. I remember going to see The Wiz. My grandmother took me to go see The Wiz. She took all of the grandkids. And it scared me. Listen, when that damn subway came alive and the damn thing started moving and started chasing them, that shit scared the hell out of me. The original Wizard of Oz didn't scare me because that wasn't my reality. But, bitch, I could be in the subway. We had a subway. And when that subway came to life, oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. And then the flying-ass monkeys, no, ma'am. I ain't like The Wiz. I didn't appreciate The Wiz till I got older. Hey, Shawana. No, I ain't like The Wiz. So I don't know nothing about the soundtrack because I couldn't appreciate The Wiz until I was grown. Woo! No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yeah, Uptown Saturday Night. Let's do it again. Yep. Yeah, that dang subway scene. No, ma'am. Okay, so back to these people. So, I think one of the show-stopping moments for me was when Xscape did Tonight. Again, I think people forget how phenomenal of harmonizers Xscape was. When they did Tonight, bitch, they could have shut that whole thing down after that. I was done. They could have shut the whole thing down after that. Yeah, I'm not one of those people that's a big fan of The Wiz. If I have to be honest with y'all, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, The Wiz. I'm not. When it come on TV, I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, Donna Ross was 40 years old playing Dorothy. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Stephanie Mills should have played Dorothy. They done stole that thing from Stephanie Mills. They know that was Stephanie Mills' role. And so just seeing 40-year-old Donna Ross playing Dorothy, I was just like, no, I'm not here for that. Anyway, tonight is absolutely one of my favorite songs by Xscape. So when they sang that thing, listen, Tiny again. I think people forget Tiny can sing. I think they forget Tiny can sing. I loved when Coco's son came out and sung with her. I love that. I thought that was sweet. If you follow her son on TikTok, they've sung together on TikTok. They've done some TikToks together. I think a couple of them went viral. But that was good. I thought that was a cute moment for them. I thought that was cute. But like she said, he can sing, but he ain't singing. He gonna be a dentist. He ain't playing. I ain't playing with him in the music industry. I ain't mad at you. But you know what? The heart wants what the heart wants. So, the heart wants what the heart wants. So, if you want to sing, child, he gonna sing whether you want him to or not. But I could appreciate that you're not trying to push him into it. What's up? Hey, Abby, happy Mother's Day. There are more people in the room now. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Special happy Mother's Day to my Abby. Happy Mother's Day. Niecy say happy Mother's Day. Niecy get ready to leave me, y'all. She leaving me. Look at her getting her food out the freezer, child. Yeah, Candy, listen, I said that earlier. Candy reminded y'all hoes, listen, I can sing. Now, y'all may not like me and I may not be y'all cup of tea, but I can hold a note. Listen, that's the one thing I said last night. Xscape reminded people. Y'all might have forgot, but I'm here to remind you. We're not just reality shows. We're not just reality TV shows. We're not just, the other stuff that we're not just indicted for. Let me stop. That wasn't Mike. But they did. I just feel like Xscape gave me, they brought out Jermaine Dupri. They didn't need to, but they did. And I feel like they brought him out more to show homage to the fact that he, he discovered them and he gave them the platform and everything like that. More so that than anything else. The Brat came out. Now, y'all tell me, because I missed this. When they brought the Brat out to do the Mariah Carey, and it was like a Mariah Carey song, did they sing backup on that song? Was that them singing backup on that song? Okay, thank you. Because I was trying to figure out, I said, why y'all up there singing that Mariah song? But they had done it after Coco did the Men in Black song. I didn't know that was Coco. I did not know that was Coco singing back up on the They Called the Men in Black. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was her. I did not know that. See, look at that. See, you learn something. And that's the other thing about verses. You be learning stuff. Because I didn't know that. Who wrote it? Candy and Tiny wrote it? Candy and Tiny wrote that Mariah Carey song. I'm about to say, if they wrote that song, girl, you better start bragging about that. Stop talking about Scrubs. I mean, we know you wrote no Scrubs. I know you wrote the Mariah Carey song, though, honey. Or they did the remix. They arranged the remix. Child, Candy was letting it be known. Oh, okay, got you, sensibility. I mean, I got you, Jay Lito. Yeah, let me tell you something. Candy was like, let me explain something to y'all. you gonna respect me today. You ain't gonna like me. You ain't gotta like me, but you will respect me. You will respect me today. That's what Candy said. You will respect me today. Child. But I think overall it was a good show. The one thing I love about where Versus has evolved to now that they can be in person and they can actually be in the same room. What I love that they've evolved into is that it's not just them playing music, it's them actually performing. I mean, these last couple of verses, I just felt like I got concerts that would be expensive concerts that I got for free on my TV. Can you imagine? So SWV, like a one night only SWV Xscape event, child, you know tickets would be so damn expensive. Well, you know what, Jay? I'm gonna say this. I think part of it was that they were reading the chat. And in the beginning, the chat kept asking them to stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, sing, stand up and sing, stand up and sing. And if you notice, Xscape started standing up and singing more. And I really think they were responding to the chat. I'm not saying, but I think they were responding to the chat. The chat kept asking them to stand up and sing. So I don't know. I mean, I think that's where that was coming from. That because you notice they weren't standing. Nobody was standing up at first, and the chat kept asking them to stand up. Buzzworthy TV, hi. Xscape sang on the remix. Candy did Right for Mariah, but it was an album out. It was an album cut on another album. Okay, thank you. See, y'all be teaching me things. Thank you, Buzzworthy TV. Appreciate it. Xscape didn't write Always Be My Baby. JD did. Xscape sang better. Yeah, I thought Jermaine Dupri wrote all of them, not all of because we know Mariah writes for Mariah. But I know that JD writes for Mariah as well. Okay, I was just wondering. It just seemed like, okay, where's this coming from? But if they sang on the remix, that makes sense. That makes sense. But I didn't know that. I've listened to the remix because I love that song. I never knew that was Xscape. Never knew that was Xscape. Look at that. Learning new stuff. Did we talk about the horrible lighting making everyone look the way they were? You know what? I did not, because I really didn't say a lot of negative things, but I will say this. The lighting was bad, and it did make everybody's makeup look bad. I wasn't trying to go there. I was going to try to stay on the positive note, but if I had something negative to say, because at first I was like, okay, their makeup is bad, but then Ebby was like, no, that is the lighting, because everybody's makeup looked bad. Particularly Taj's makeup for me looked bad, and the sister, Tasha's sister, I always forget her name, Latasha's sister. To me, their makeup looked bad. Their makeup looked bad. But they said it was the lighting. You loved hearing Taj sing more than we usually do? Yeah. I loved seeing Spinderella up there. I loved seeing that. DJ Spinderella. She said she getting married in 2 weeks, honey. Tomika. Okay. I knew it's because it's Tomika. It's tiny Tomika, and then it's Tomika. Okay. I loved seeing, I love me some DJ Spinderella. So I love seeing my Spinderella up there, honey, with them. And again, they're friends in real life. So, and she said she marrying Hugh in 2 weeks, honey. I think they tried to wait through the pandemic. Last I remember an interview with her, she was saying that they didn't really want to do it during the pandemic because they wanted, to be able to have people there. So it looks like they kind of waited through the pandemic. But overall, y'all, again, because if I had done this last night, it would have been a much different review because my energy level was low. And again, like I said, it was probably me. I was tired. I was probably tired. Q was her boyfriend. He's a comedian. They've been together for a minute. They've been together for like 5 or 6 years. Unique Beauty Xscape started outstanding on the first song. Yeah, but the comments kept saying stand up, stand up. I think maybe they were talking about SWV then. Because see, I be in the chat. I be reading the chat, honey. And people in the chat kept asking them to stand up. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Yeah, right. When they asked Cinderella to come up front, baby, she looked good. She was ready for the moment, honey. She looked good. They did show Spin some love. They absolutely did. Yeah, that's what I was saying back. The beginning was slow, and I sort of tuned out at the break, but I went back and I looked at the rest of it this morning, and I was here for it. I was here for it. Yeah, I watched it on YouTube. What about when the crowd was? What about when the crowd was what? Lord. Yeah, I felt like Coco wasn't comfortable. Something was off with Coco on that first half. And I feel like when they changed their clothes, she took them Louboutins off, put on them Jordans. I feel like she was more comfortable. I don't know if, sometimes if you don't feel cute in what you have on, or you're not comfortable in what you have on, everybody can't. I don't get two hugs. I can't get two hugs. Golly. Bye. Be safe. Let me know you got there. All right. Yeah, I definitely feel like Candy has gotten a voice coach. Or a different voice coach, because I don't believe she's never had a voice coach. But I definitely feel like she's gotten a different voice coach. A different voice coach. Absolutely. Yeah, something was going on. What about when the crowd was wanting Xscape to finish that song? Yeah. And they were like, "Oh, y'all fans are here, huh? Y'all fans are here." But I mean, listen, that's one of the listen. I don't care what nobody say. They did that when they started singing live, and it was less of the this. I don't care what. Listen, Xscape was giving us a good one. Hey, nephew. Yeah, Taj wasn't feeling the they wasn't feeling it. They definitely wasn't feeling the encore. But I understand why they weren't feeling the encore. First of all, you could go. You could absolutely tell they was ready to go. That's number one. Number two, I think they might have felt like there was a little home court advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because they were, they were on their turf. They were in Atlanta. They were on their turf. So I do feel like they, but you could tell they was ready for that shit to be over. By the time they got the week, Coco was like, "I just want to sing." I said, "Damn." So you could tell they was over it. Well, here's the thing. When you say an unfair advantage, when they did the Brandy versus Monica, they did it in Atlanta. Monica's from Atlanta. I mean, it's just where, when they did the Patty versus Gladys Knight, they did it, where'd they do it? Didn't they do it up in New Jersey? When they did the Patty versus Gladys, didn't they do that up in New Jersey? Gladys don't live in New Jersey. Patty lives in Philly. It was home advantage for Patty. So I don't necessarily see it like that personally. But I could understand because the crowd, but I think the crowd was really responding to the fact that Xscape had just fucked that song up. I mean, Xscape had just, listen, if I had been sitting there, I would have wanted an encore. They fucked that song up. Sorry, not sorry. But they didn't have a crowd there because of COVID. That's true. Because I didn't realize, was it like was that open to an audience? Like people could buy tickets, or was that their family? That's what I thought it was. I thought it was just their family. Because hell, Tiny's kids alone could probably fill up the whole damn place. Shit. Yeah, Buzzworthy. I was saying that earlier. I said you could definitely tell that Xscape that you can tell that they're definitely in a better place and they have really truly worked through a lot of their issues. You can definitely tell that. Yeah, I don't care what nobody say. When they sang Tonight and then they sang whatever that song was that they wanted the encore on, girl, Xscape ate that shit. Now SWV, you can be mad if you want to, but they ate that. They ate that. Not Spice. Yeah, Spice Adams, when they do the spoof, they could have let SWV close it out. It seemed awkward when Xscape came after it to do so. I think SWV did close it out. They weren't the last ones to sing Weak. I thought that was it. They sang Weak, right? Maybe I missed it. I thought they sang Weak. I thought that was the end of it. Xscape came behind them and sang After Weak. Oh, you right. Understanding. You're right. My bad, y'all. You're right. Well, I'm sorry. I think maybe they thought Weak would be the showstopper, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Weak, I mean, they definitely did Weak when they were supposed to do it. They were supposed to do it last, but I don't know. Overall, Xscape was just giving me my life last night. I don't like doing winners and losers when we talk about these verses, but if I had to choose, I mean, and not just because I just felt like the stage presence, the energy, the arrangement, all of that was leaning for Xscape for me. All of that was leaning towards Xscape for me. I think a lot of times with SWV, and I felt like this has always been a problem with SWV, they lean too much into Coco. Yes, Coco can sing her ass off. We know Coco can sing her ass off, but I feel like they rely too much on Coco. And that's been, in my opinion, that's been the limitation on the group forever. Do y'all remember that reality show they did with Salt and Pepper, and Coco couldn't make it to some shows, and when Coco couldn't make it to some shows, they got fired from the tour because they have no identity outside of Coco. Whereas Xscape, when Candy stopped touring with Xscape, they changed their name and kept it moving. And people were okay with that. Like, they ain't lose no ticket sales because Candy said she ain't coming no more. I mean, they really didn't. They didn't lose no momentum. But I think a lot of times, I mean, you see the same thing with Boyz II Men. Yes, Boyz II Men lost a member, and half the people didn't even know they lost a member. Half the people didn't even know they lost a member. If Wanye can't make it to a show, guess what? Nate and Sean keep it moving. They can carry a show without. Now, people might want to see Wanye, but they can carry a show without Wanye. They can carry a show without Nate. I mean, people want to see it, but hell, New Edition, Lord, we know New Edition, child. New Edition lose a member, and they can keep it moving, keep right on going. And I think that is the limitation a lot of times with these groups. And I feel like that's what the limitation was with SWV. They never figured out a way to rotate. And I feel like they lean way too much into Coco. So last night, Coco's energy level was low. Something with her energy level and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, that ain't what we got from Xscape. It was a wonderful versus. Xscape's performance was better. SWV was about Coco. Always has been. Exactly, Shay. Yeah, so I just said the original producer did an interview a few weeks ago, and he said that's how he chose to do it with Coco lead. Do it with the Coco lead. Yeah, well, yeah, it's clear. It's not the girl's fault, though. SWV's producers and record company only focus on Coco's voice. Yeah. I agree with listen, I understand that. I get it. And a lot of groups fell into that because that's what production wanted. That's what production I get it. But what I'm saying is fast forward to today. Y'all are no longer, y'all still ain't figured it out. Because remember, that's why Xscape that was part of the reason why Xscape broke up, because the group started getting mad because they felt like Kandi was getting too many leads because she was sleeping with Jermaine. But Jermaine was like, that didn't have nothing to do with it. That was just the sound I heard. That was the future. That was what I saw for them moving forward. So Xscape saying understanding after that, but we couldn't have a versus without them doing that song. Oh no, absolutely not. Yes, it was a no competition because hands down, Xscape's Coco can sing, but Tasha can sing. Yeah, she was giving it last night. Child, we done seen so many reiterations of New Edition, and I've been here for all of it because I've been there since the beginning, child. Coco versus the Scott sisters. When you have a group where everyone can sing, you can keep it moving. Yeah. I swear Lily Mike was off. I'm not doing this with y'all. SWV was made to be a one lead singer, just like Destiny Child and Beyonce. I understand it. I understand that, y'all. I do. I understand what y'all saying, that's how they were produced in the beginning. I get it. I'm glad they came down and started interacting on stage, get off that couch. Yeah. And they kept saying that they didn't like the fact that they were so far away from each other and that they wanted to interact. They kept saying that. Just, I don't know, everybody can sing lead because they can't. Yeah, everybody can't. Now, everybody can't sing lead. Xscape was trash without Kandi, and ticket sales did decline. Boys to Men can't make it without that. See, El Teddy, stop coming out the bushes, and that's not what I said. I didn't say they can't make it without Wanye. I said they can make it a show or two without Wanye. That is what I said, and they can. Because yes, they can. Yes, they can. What I said was you got to figure out a way to maneuver around that stuff. That is what I said. And Xscape was not trash without Kandi, and they did still produce. They did still tour and all that good stuff. El Teddy, I'm not doing this with you. Not, but I ain't doing this with you. Those Scott sisters are a force to be reckoned with. Absolutely. Right. I don't think Lily Mike was off either. Both groups ate. It's sad that we don't have black girl groups like we did. I agree. Well, it's sad that we don't have R&B like we did, like we had back then. I can't sing lead, but I can hold the background all day long. Well, I can't do none of the above. The ladies in SWV voices are not strong enough without Coco. That could be very true. Xscape wasn't trash without Kandi. Thank you. They weren't trash. They weren't the same group, but they weren't trash. Thank you. I'm so glad I got a friend in the chat. I'm so glad I got a friend in the chat. I don't feel like Tiny's attitude was stank. I mean, that's me personally. Matter of fact, I'm going to give Tiny all the kudos in the world for showing up and performing and acting like she don't have a federal indictment hanging over her head. I'm going to give her credit. Tiny showed up like, it was just another day in the neighborhood, honey. You just realized that Tamika Scott was in Meet the Browns? Oh, I didn't know she was in it even. I thought it was dope that Lily coached Coco years ago on her vocals, The More You Know. Yeah, I mean, listen, the point I was making was they have to figure out, in my opinion, I feel like, and I get it that the producers did it early on and it wasn't something. I'll tell you, I'm not arguing with you. Anyway, I'm arguing with you. Moving on. What I'm saying, moving on. I done lost the train of thought now. I done lost my train of thought. See how Tiny misdirected energy, time, the convo veiled to the sex kink. Oh, misdirected every time. I wasn't paying attention to all that. When Taj said Tiny got her hooked on Whoppers, my head turned so fast. Listen, you heard Tiny say Whoppers. And she said the candy. Tiny was like, oh, okay. Whoo, girl. I don't know why something always got to be wrong with Coco. It just looked like in the first half, she just didn't look comfortable. And after she came back after the second half, she took them Louboutins off. She put the t-shirt, the SWV t-shirt on, and she seemed like she was a lot more comfortable. In the first half, she just seemed real, I don't want to be here. Yeah, they sang Kicking It. Matter of fact, they sang, I think that might have been one of the first. They sang just Kicking It. Yeah, they sang it. They sang it. I don't remember the order. I didn't write down all the orders and stuff. Tiny was matching energy. Yeah, Coco was giving stank in the beginning. She really was. Oh, they said she had a wardrobe. You could definitely tell she was not comfortable. Now, I don't know what the problem was, and I don't know what the issue was, but she absolutely was not comfortable in her what she had on. You know what? I ain't doing that. That Tiny was singing to the right. Yep, it made a difference. Well, yeah, you can definitely tell she felt better when she came back. And like I said at the beginning of this, it makes a difference. When you don't feel good, it makes a difference. It absolutely makes a difference, especially when you know how many eyes are on you and you know that everybody's going to scrutinize everything. The people like me, you know that. Well, I didn't say that. Well, I was being funny. I was being funny. I said, like, hovering over their head. I didn't say they had been indicted. I'm saying hovering. I was being funny. Do I want to see a TLC versus by the... Well, how you going to do a versus is by yourself? The word versus is mean you versing somebody. How you going to do it? You mean, do I just want to see a TLC tribute? Because that's what that would be, like a TLC tribute. I would love to see a TLC tribute if it's done right. I don't see what y'all are saying. Either of them were acting stank. I think sometimes the audience tags too much into things. Maybe. I just felt like the energy was low from SWV in the beginning. And I felt like the fact that I felt honestly, because again, I told you I watched the first half last night and then I watched the second half this morning. It was a difference. To me, it was an absolute difference in the whole thing from last night to this morning. It was a difference. Coco did take us to church in the second half because she bought it. Coco can sing. Coco absolutely can sing. Well, D'Angelo did, he did do a verses with friends. Yeah, that's true. D'Angelo did do that. He did. You're right. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a TLC situation. I wouldn't mind seeing it. Not at all. Now you got bored when they were singing Rain. Oh. Thank you, Diamond Onyx. Thank you. You say happy classroom mom day. Just whatever it is. Just thank you. Thank you for hitting the like button, Diamond. You always come in hitting the like button. TLC versus Destiny's Child. Well, I guess they could do it from the point of view of it wouldn't be the entire group because TLC can't have the entire group. Unfortunately, rest in peace, Left Eye. And we know Beyonce wouldn't do it. So if they could get like Kelly, LaToya, Michelle together, I'd be here for that. I would definitely be here for a TLC versus Destiny's Child. That would be cute. That would really be cute. Like I said, Beyonce wouldn't do it. I don't think Beyonce would do it. And let me say this. If Beyonce did agree to do it, which I don't think Beyonce would do it, but if she did agree to do it, I really think they would only have to just make it Destiny's Child, none of Beyonce's single stuff, because nobody can compete with that. Nobody would be able to compete if you bring in all her solo stuff. You know how like these other artists, they're allowed to bring in solo songs or songs they wrote for other people and all of that. It wouldn't be fair in Beyonce's case. It just wouldn't be fair. But I would be here for a strictly Destiny's Child TLC. I'd be here for that. I would absolutely be here for that. Matthew Knowles wouldn't allow it. Yeah, Matthew Knowles does still control all the Destiny's Child stuff, doesn't he? Yeah, Beyonce ain't coming. She ain't coming. Beyonce might, she might Skype in and say congratulations and everybody, but she ain't coming. Beyonce ain't doing it. Child. TLC has more number one bangers, but Destiny's Child has more hits, in my opinion. I think it would be a good show, though. I really do. We could get Chili and T-Boz, Kelly, Michelle, and LaToya. It would be a good show. I think it would be a good show. Shout out to the 200 people in the chat. I guess y'all want to hear. Yeah, I hope y'all. Well, anyway, hit that like button and go on and subscribe while you're here. Go on and subscribe while you're here. Appreciate it. You said Destiny's Child will wear TLC out. I just think it would be a good show. I think it would be a good show. Mary J. Blige says she's not interested. Now, that don't mean she won't do it. She says she ain't interested. I feel like Mary J. Blige, you could give her the right price and she would do it. I don't think there's anything they could give Beyonce to make her do it if she didn't want to do it. I do think they could change Mary J. Blige's mind, but I do not think that they could change. I don't think there's anything they could say to change Beyonce's mind. I don't think so. That's just not her thing. Like, that just ain't Beyonce's thing. But I think we could get Kelly and Michelle and LaToya. I definitely think we could get them. But overall, like I said, I really think Candy was like, let me just remind y'all of some things. Mariah versus Mary. Ooh. Y'all think Mariah? I don't think Mariah would do it. I don't think Mariah would do it versus Mary J. Blige versus Faith Evans. Listen, not that Faith Evans that showed up to DMX June. Not that Faith Evans. No. Mm-mm. Now I'm here. Not that Faith Evans. I don't want that one. Now, a Tony versus Mary would be more appropriate. A Tony Braxton versus Mary would be appropriate. Yeah, I need the 99 Faith. I don't need the 2020 Faith or the 2021 Faith. I'm sorry. No, ma'am. Genuine can't hang with Usher. Genuine cannot hang with Usher. Sorry. That will be over in 10 minutes. No, ma'am. Nicki not doing a versus. People need to let that go. Nicki who? Nicki Minaj? Child, Nicki ain't doing no damn versus. If they can get Mary to play that role on Power, surely they can. Keep it cute. I'm not doing this with you. Mariah Carey and Tony Braxton? I don't know, y'all. I like Tony Braxton, Mary J. Blige, though. I wouldn't mind that. Candy was throwing shade to Wanye. Listen. Sometimes, you know, you don't even need to listen. When people say Google me or check my resume, sometimes that's all you need to do. As much as I love Boyz II Men and I love Wanye, which I do. I love Boyz II Men and I absolutely love Wanye. As much as I do, when Wanye started coming for Candy, talking about she ain't had no hits, how long has it been since she had a hit? We could say the same thing about you, Wanye. When the last time Boyz II Men had a hit? And I love Boyz II Men. I've seen Boyz II Men in concert 5,000 times, and I'm mad that I was trying to get to Vegas when they had their residency. But please understand, sir, when was the last time y'all had a hit? Like, you coming for Candy, sir. I'm just saying, the next time you're going to see a hit is probably as a writing credit on one of your churns on your kids group. Child, y'all know good and damn well Janet ain't doing no damn verses. Now, y'all already know Janet ain't doing no verses. Yeah, we had a whole conversation on El Teddy's channel one time about that. Usher versus Chris Brown. We had a whole debate about that one. Janet couldn't compete against Mariah. Well, if they start bringing in Mariah's song credits, hell no. Nah. Oh, my goodness. Well, y'all, I have absolutely enjoyed this conversation. I appreciate everybody who was here. I hope that it's a lot of people in the room. I appreciate it. I hope y'all hit that subscribe button. I hope y'all hit that like button. Come on back. We talk. We have great conversations over here all the time. I got to get ready to get to my mama house and go hang out with her for Mother's Day. I didn't plan to be here this long. I said I'm going to come on here for about 30 minutes, but the conversation was good. And I hope y'all come back. I hope to see all of y'all here again. Jodeci and Drew Hill will be a good one. That would be a good one. Now I think Jodeci would come out on top. I think Jodeci got more hits, but definitely Jodeci and Drew Hill would be a good one. That would be a good one. Mm-hmm. The disrespect to Janet, yeah, you know y'all know they always be disrespecting Janet. Janet, I don't know why y'all be acting like Janet can't hang. Janet can hang. Hey Amber, how you doing? Congratulations, graduate. Congratulations. Thank everybody for being here. Again, I hope to see all of y'all here again. And I got to get out of here. I was supposed to leave the house 15 minutes ago. I got to get to my mama's house. I still got to stop at the store and pick up something for her. I mean, not her gift, but I'm going to pick up some cupcakes for her. So I will see y'all on the other side. Thank you so much. Peace.